Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Theo. If this is the first time you stop by, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification icon so you can get notified anytime I have new videos. On today's video, we are going to replace the hot side intercooler, also called as a muffler delete. So I'm going to install pretty much this pipe into the MiniCooperS. Follow me. This is the part 2 of a series of 3 videos that I'm doing today. So the first one was pretty much installing this noise maker delete onto the car, which is the intercooler cold side pipe. The second part is installing this intercooler hot pipe, and then the final part will be replacing the actual intercooler itself. So on today's video is just that, installing this pipe. On today's video we are going to replace this pipe right here. So it goes in here all the way down and into the intercooler this way. Now the intercooler is located under here on the car, so the other side of the pipe is somewhere down here. I'm going to show you that in a second, but the first part is pretty much we remove this water tank, kind of put it on the side so that we have enough access to remove this, and we have another clamp right here that we're going to use to remove. And after that I'm going to jack up the car, remove the other side of this pipe, and then in the middle here there is actually a T25 Torx bit that we have to remove, and after that we just have to wiggle the pipe out and it will be time to install this pipe. That's pretty much how this is done. So let me show you the quick process. As I mentioned earlier, first step, we remove this 10mm right here that is holding the coolant tank. And then the next step is this is going to pretty much help us when we are removing the tube. The coolant is going to be a little bit on the way, so with this pipe out we can wiggle the coolant out, and that will be simple. All right, so now the coolant is out. So next we have to remove this clamp right here. So I'm just going to undo the clamp pretty tight. On part 1 of this series, I'll show you how you can easily remove this clamp. This clamp is pretty much the same way as the clamp that we removed on when we did the cold side right there. So go watch that video to see how we remove the clamp. It's not just simple as just untightening and removing it. You have to like put your screwdriver in certain ways. So that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, now the clamp is out. We can try to wiggle the pipe out. Sometimes it's not always easy the first time, so you might have your screwdriver and then poke it a little bit around to kind of break the seal. There's no seal, but kind of like break that tight bond that is between everything. Don't overdo it so that you don't break anything. With a lot of effort I was able to remove the pipe. Now let's jack up the car and go and remove the other part on the bottom. Alright, so we are on the bottom of the car on the driver's side, and this is the clamp that we have to remove now. So this is the same type of clamp from the top. So once we remove this clamp, there is another Torx T25 screw that we have to remove up here, and I'll go ahead and remove both, and then once I have the pipe out, I'm going to show you pretty much how I remove them. After you remove that final clamp and that's T25 screw, you can remove the pipe from the top. So I'll go ahead now and do that. So just wiggle around and it should come off. There you go. There you go. So as I mentioned, this is the T25 that you're supposed to remove right here, and this was the bottom portion, and this was pretty much the top portion. Let's go ahead now and install the new pipe, and after that we call it a day. Now we have to pretty much funnel this pipe all the way down. This is the top, this is the bottom, and after that we install everything. As you can see, I was able to put everything in here, and as you can see, it fits pretty well. when you look here. I will go ahead now and secure this, then go under, secure the other one with the other clamp, and you have to use the clamp that came from the factory. So I'll go ahead now and secure this clamp. I think I will put it maybe this way. Now with my screwdriver, and I will secure that. It's kind of difficult to do with one hand, so I will put the camera away and continue to do it and align it pretty much, because as you can see it's not well aligned, but I want it to be perfectly aligned. So I will go ahead and align and screw that really quick. When you put it back, make sure that you tighten it pretty well. So I had to flip the clamp because I saw that the clamp was touching this pipe right here, so I decided to flip it around, and I think this is great. Now let's go ahead and install the pipe on the bottom part, and this is it. As you can see guys, this is the bottom portion and that's the other side of the pipe. Now I decided to put the clamp this way because this is how it was from factory, since I use this hole here to kind of unscrew the pipe. So I'll go ahead and funnel that to the intercooler. When you're done with the installation, this is pretty much how it's going to look like. You have the clamp, the pipe, and it's secure. Now you're good to go. Bottom portion is done. Let's go back on the top, put the coolant reservoir tank, and then call it a day. Here's the finished product. So the pipe pretty much goes from here all the way down, and on the part 1 of this series I installed that. If you haven't watched that video, please go ahead and watch that if you want to change this pipe. I'm going to put a link where I purchased this pipe and that pipe, so you can purchase if you are interested. Now this is the finished product. I have video of the installation of the intake, the oil catch can, if you are interested. Everything is on my channel. So on this note, I will go ahead and let you go. If you like these videos, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are always notified when I drop a new video.